Hello everyone, my name is Slade, I'll be your host, and welcome to Star Wars Did You Know? Trench Run Defense, or TRD, was an anti-capital ship attack pattern modeled after the original trench run at the Battle of Yavin. Following the successful destruction of the first Death Star, the doctrine of trench run defense became standardized within the Rebel Alliance and later New Republic. Vessels and installations that were vulnerable to TRD were often snidely remarked to have contracted trench run disease by both Alliance and New Republic fighter pilots. A typical attack pattern during TRD was a three-ship formation, with two escorting fighters and a lead strike fighter, which would be carrying heavy ordnance. In this formation, the fighters would fly low to avoid the defensive fire of their target, before arriving at a critical point on the ship or installation and launching their payload. Using this attack method, precision strikes could be conducted against vital areas of a target, with limited risk to the attacking craft, save perhaps for lucky defensive gunnery or any escorting starfighters that the target might have. The effectiveness of a TRD increased exponentially with the weight of ordnance used, and while most Rebel Alliance and New Republic starfighters carried either concussion missiles or proton torpedoes, heavier ordnance, such as proton rockets and bombs, were also used to great effect, increasing the devastation caused by these attacks. Due to the effectiveness of these attacks, the Imperial Navy was forced to respond in a number of ways. First and foremost with production and deployment of the nimble TIE Interceptor, which could, in theory, pursue and destroy any attacking starfighters. In addition, dedicated anti-starfighter platforms such as the Lancer frigate were deployed in the Imperial fleet, and larger ships, vulnerable to TRD, were often escorted by smaller ships, a practice that had been largely ignored in Imperial doctrine prior to the Rebel Alliance's success at the Battle of Yavin. Ultimately, trench run defense would be used throughout the Galactic Civil War, with varying degrees of success. Despite the obvious benefits of the tactic, many experts, including starfighter pilots who conducted the attacks, asserted that the effect of the trench run disease was more psychological than practical, and was heightened by the destruction of the first Death Star, which spread fear and panic amongst Imperial officers whenever they saw Rebel starfighters approaching their Star Destroyers. Alright everyone, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe. There'll be more content coming. If you've got any questions or comments, by all means leave them and I'll be responding to them shortly. Until next time, this is your host Slade, and this has been Star Wars Did You Know?